Hey, what's up, people? Thank you for tuning in to this video. I want to talk about this video that you just seen. You've seen an officer spray a young man in the face who posed no threat to him with this mace. Okay, let's talk about this. First and foremost, I don't know who this young man is. I try to look around, try to poke around, try to find out who he was, to no avail. Okay, so if anybody out there knows who this man is or knows the story of this, I don't know the story. I mean, obviously the man was detained, pulled over. He's standing next to a car. I'm assuming that's his car. But at the end of the day, it does not even matter what this man did. Okay, and the simple fact is he has already been detained. It looks almost as if he has some type of handcuff on, some type of hand restraint, because his hands are together. And when he gets maced, he doesn't like throw up his hands or anything like that, which is odd, you know. And I would think if he didn't have handcuffs or some type of zip tie on his hands, then he would have at least tried to block or something, you know, as a natural reflex. But let's talk about this, okay? The man is standing there not posing any type of threat against this officer. I think it's plain what we see here. It is a thug gangster officer who is just using excessive force against the young man for no reason. Okay, I don't give a shit if this man called his mama fat. I don't. It doesn't even matter. Okay, you're not allowed to do this as a police officer. You're not allowed to do this. This guy is already restrained. He doesn't have a weapon. He's not trying to attack you or anything like that. Apparently, you know, maybe he did say something. Who knows? I don't know. Like I said, I don't know the story. And if you know the story, please leave a comment and let me know what the man's name is. But at the end of the day, this man posed no threat, and this is the treatment that he received from a thug cop. Okay, a thug in blue. Now, I have been maced in the face like this years ago. Okay? Like, if you watch any of my other videos, you'll know that I have been to prison, ran with some no good people, and been involved in stuff. And I was hit in the face with this type of mace, and it felt like somebody took kerosene and sprayed it in my face and then lit my face on fire. That's how bad that shit burns. It freaking burns. Okay. I remember after it got in my eyes, I couldn't even open my eyes. Every time I opened my eyes, it felt like my eyes had melted out of my head. Let me put it to you like that to help you understand how much pain I was in. As they walked me to a holding area with the other guy, I got to get in the shower, which was a complete mistake. I took a shower, and it felt like my entire body was on fire now. It felt like my genitals were on fire. I mean, that's the worst thing you could do. But my point of it is this: that shit burns. So for this officer to, you know what, I'm not even going to call him an officer. For this thug to do that to this man is fucking ridiculous. Why? How could you? Here's the thing. There's two other officers there. How could you, as an officer who has been sworn to uphold that badge, sworn an oath to protect the people, allow your fellow officer to get away with this? Okay? They are just as culpable. What they should have done is said, hey, whatever this dude's name is, officer, you need to stop that. This man is not doing anything to you. He's detained already. What are you doing? You know? And it just so happened, it looked like somebody was recording. I don't think this came from an officer. Somebody else was recording. So I want to talk about this. I want to know who he is. I want to know what the outcome of this whole situation was. Did these officers get in trouble? Because I find it hard to believe that they would get in trouble. I would hope that they got in trouble. But I bet you anything that this officer is an officer still, or he's an officer somewhere else, you know. But for them to just do this shows the cold-heartedness of police. You know, we see so many issues with them in doing this. We see them do this to protesters, okay? And, you know, I did some digging around with those, and a lot of those officers are still officers to this day, you know. I don't think you should be allowed to wear that badge if you did some stupid shit like this, because it shows the callousness of your heart. It shows that you're willing to break the rules. And those officers that allowed this, they need to be fired as well. Why? Because they let him do it. They let him do it, okay? I mean, I remember watching a channel in a video. I don't know if it was DLZ, delete laws. Anyhow, the video was basically, he said, why is it that they just try to say, oh, it's just a few bad apples? You know, no, they're all bad apples. There's a shit ton of them, because those bad apples, there's other bad apples, that the two bad apples that were just, you know, okay with this officer here spraying them. You're just as culpable. If you turn a blind eye to the heinous, corrupt things that your fellow officers do, you are in the same boat. You are a bad apple too. You need to be ousted and out the fucking police force. I'm sorry. That's the bottom line. If a man commits a crime with another person, he doesn't even have to do the crime to get the same sentence that the man who actually did the crime, because there's something called the natural and probable consequences doctrine. Basically, it's the aiding and abetting theory. You know, if you're there, you know, and you're allowing this, well then, hey, you're responsible for it too. So this video is just crazy. Please, somebody give me some insight on this. What's your thoughts on this? Please give me a comment, and let me know the name of this young man, of these officers, or any outcomes of it. But I appreciate you watching this video. God bless you. Take care and have a wonderful day.